What's up everybody, Relic here from the GMC forums, here to run through the games from the GMC Jam 33. First up off the ranks we have Toggled by Lazertrax. Okay, I thought I clicked how to play. But I guess it wasn't. Okay, trying to match the binary representation of the numbers. It's just zeros and ones at the moment. 2. Full disclosure, I am not very good with binary, so if this escalates, I'll be in trouble. 4, 2, 0. Would have been nice if those numbers stayed up. 4, no, that's too much. 5. Oh, now 4. 6 must be all of them. Not all of them. 4. Oh dear, in trouble now. 7 is all of them. 6. Okay, I do like that I obviously only have to toggle one at a time. That might give me a chance. 1 life left. Okay, now I did play this once before, so my name might be in the high points. Alright, rank 6. Wow, obviously a few people a lot better than I am. Okay, gameplay wise, it's simple. I'm not a big fan of games that are a time-based sort of puzzle response. I do not like Tetris. I do not like Tetris. I might be in the minority there, but I guess that automatically puts me out of favor with this sort of game. Trying to respond to something that puts me under pressure, I don't enjoy. But it was well executed. Those graphics were fairly nice. The little sound effects of the bubbles popping, that was all good. A replay value, I wouldn't come back to this game, but again, it's not for me. The core loop was there and it was solid. If people find fun in toggling binary numbers to traditional numbers and back again, then maybe that game's for them. Not for me. Very strongly tied to the theme though, so well done on that. I was just a bit confused why I couldn't select how to play. Okay, now I'm using the keyboard. And enter. Okay, I did not use the keyboard once during the game. Really weird that the only way I can control the menu is with the keyboard. That's a bit of a disjoint there. I'd recommend keeping it entirely mouse-based, if that's what's going to happen. Now we have Mercerenies. No, sorry. Greenshield the Brave by Mercerenies. Alright, it's time for the GMC Jam 33. Let's just open up Gamemaker Studio and... oh, keyboard game. Wait, what's this? My computer has a virus. How could this happen? I'll just have to open up my trusty Greenshield antivirus software. 36 bugs! Should have been 33. That'll take forever. Hopefully my antivirus can catch them all. Keyboard. Oh, controls are on the screen. Walking. can now jump. Looks like we have a map in the bottom. Gives us the ability to find these bugs, I guess. Ooh, okay. Platforming seems very floaty. I like my platformers to be more precise. I obviously can't reach that bug yet, I don't think. Can't do anything with the flames. Oh, jump through the toggling blue platforms. Not a fond of how the camera has to, like, obviously you purposely designed it so the camera would move from sort of almost room to room or section to section. But trying to time some of those jumps would be annoying when the screen changes. Turbo mode, double tap. Wee. That is significantly faster. Didn't need to dash though, so I won't. Probably have to dash up here. Checkpoint. Whoa! Okay, see what I mean by that screen? I feel like I have no control as a player while that's happening. I might, but it's hard to respond to what I'm meant to be doing, trying to dodge these spikes to get this bug. Oh, so I can't feel like I can't get a run up either. Hope for the best. Okay, don't think I can make it over to that side yet. Oh, wow. Alright. I don't think I have to double tap just right to dash. I can go right, left, and that's also a dash. Which, maybe you meant that, but seems a little weird. Oh, I can fall down here. Sneaky little bug. I'm falling. Okay. Oh, I'm back at the start, but I can jump to the left now. Let's try and get across these blue bits. Another checkpoint. Whoa, that doesn't look good. Right. Double jump. Okay. Yeah, high enough to get up there. Probably can't get up that high. Oh, I see. The blue blocks are changing every time I jump. So what? Alright. Fudged that somehow. Wasn't quite sure what I was doing. Okay, I'll hold it there. It's sort of Metroidvania-like, I guess. You pick up skills that allow you to get to places you couldn't reach the first time. I see now why you have 36 bugs. They fit nicely on that screen or the map. I like that you're putting down the controls in the bottom in case I forget. As I said before, however, platform is a bit floaty. I prefer games that have a bigger gravity and but maybe a stronger initial jump. Maybe better air control or just less air control, depending which way you want to go. This idea that I'm sort of like a helium balloon puts me off a bit. Story, I guess it's there, but whatever. Get some bugs. The graphics are very simple. Obviously, it wasn't your main focus. I do like this little dance that the main character is doing, but he is just a shield. Very simple blocks just to get the graphics out there. Sound is good. I mean, everything fits. The little blops and blips fit the theme of the graphics. I don't know about replaying through the game. Obviously, I don't have time to finish it now. I'm trying to keep these reviews short. But I don't see much of a tie to the theme, the off and on again. Other than it's a computer virus, so have you tried turning your computer off and on again? But that's really a story thing and very weak at that. So you'll probably be a bit lower in the rankings for theme inclusion. Next up, we have Off and On in the Octagon by Bentley. I actually did see this game once because Bentley asked whether his Dropbox thing was working. I helped him out with that. So I know that left mouse shoots, WSD moves, WSDA, WASD. Use the right mouse to cast spells. Use the mouse wheel to cycle through spells. Homing, tornado, dash. Your GUI disappears behind the gem there. You die by falling off the platform, and here we go. So the idea here is that we knock these wizard combatants off platforms. I can use things like a homing, which seems a bit moot because it is very easy to hit these targets. It's not like anybody is moving all that fast. So a more powerful one might be the tornado. I've now hit the gem, which turns it on. First time I played this, I didn't know what it did. This time, I don't know either. I actually found that the dash was the most important spell. I can knock quite a few off. It seems like the dash, I can't force myself off with the dash. Either that or I'm aiming it perfectly. My biggest gripe with gameplay is probably this. If I sit around and do nothing, it will take an amazingly long time for these enemies to deal with me. There's real no challenge to this game. If you're going to have some sort of combat top-down brawler thing, speed it up a bit, have them moving faster. Not every game needs to be brutally hard, but if I barely lose without touching the keyboard, then there's no real challenge there at all. Story-wise, I don't know, we're wizards, not much there to it. The graphics very, very, very basic. I think I saw you in the forum say you can't draw, so you've got hats with hands. That's fine. But just even consider things like this hat is semi-transparent with some sort of green circle under it. I guess maybe that's meant to indicate who I am, but it's fairly obvious me being in the center that I am this wizard. And then with the transparent hat thing, it just is even more obvious that I don't have a body. Maybe if the hat was completely opaque, so you could just see the arm sticking out, that would be okay. I'd probably get the hat to rotate around with the hand. It seems odd that my hand goes all the way to the back. So yeah, it's okay that you're not a graphics person, nor am I. But with the amount of free stuff available out there, you can find things that would suit your needs. And perhaps you did grab this stuff from online, but it just still seems to be a bit disjointed. The sounds are somewhat fine. There's this background music, which is a bit comedic. The shooting projectiles is a little odd. It doesn't sound like flame-throwing stuff. But at least you have sounds there, so that's good. I don't understand the theme at all. I shoot this, it comes on, but it doesn't seem to do anything. So, no points for that. Next up, we have Matsu Switch! Exclamation mark by TheMiningBoyAlpha. Whoa, okay. Shield. I'm pushing S down and a shield comes out, which seems to do nothing. Space is jump. Okay, try jump on the enemy's head maybe. I'm in the water. Death. Right, obviously no control help. There was no readme file. I don't think this block is doing anything. I pushed a button that turned the music off. Oh look, here we go, that was a thing. Alright, yeah, unfortunately I'm just guessing buttons for now. You can include a readme in the jam file you submit, in case you weren't aware. Which means I wouldn't be just guessing the controls right now. Okay, I understand the point of the theme. You can turn blocks on by shooting them. Okay, platforming is pretty inconsistent, or rather it feels very clunky. Get up there, son. No. Okay, I can't actually work out how this spring thing works. Sometimes I jump high, sometimes I don't. Is it me? Yeah, see, I'm not pressing anything here, but my height is changing. That inconsistency is not helping me navigate the platform well. If I can skip enemies, I will. Oh dear. Okay. Bit of a puzzle element to that bit. It's fine. We'll work on it. Oh, there's another one over there. Maybe I get... And now I'm stuck. Alright. Yeah, gameplay-wise, it's fairly standard old school type platforming. Reminds me pretty much of Atari type era. Inconsistent platforming movement makes it a bit tedious to go through. Graphics are fine. They're consistent. I'm not a fan personally of the really old school look, but you've sort of nailed the old style. Sounds there are fine. Again, matching the style of the game or the graphics. And you've tied it to the theme. You're toggling these blocks on and off in order to help navigate them. So, all round, like, a fairly consistent, if not super glamorous, entry. And now I'm back because I cannot find a way to quit your game. Not even Alt F4 works. I'll figure this out. Now we have Game End by ghandpivot. I have a feeling this is some sort of joke entry based on things in the forums. Okay, game seems to please Did I win? I'm gonna run that again. Oh, I see. Oh, that button must. I don't know if you had intended for the window to not work well on everyone's screens. Ah. Okay, so I've closed again. Okay, I'm just closing with Alt F4 now. Maybe to trigger the next one I should be closing some other way. Closing window using the taskbar. Do you care about that? Okay, yes. But can I close it the same way? I just did. I'm just going to close it this way again. I can still close it that way. Which button did you think I've disabled? I can still just close it this way. I'm not sure what other ways I was meant to attempt. Can I paint you some pastry? Close. Okay. Yeah, not much to say about that. Thank you for the experience. Now we've got Fun Park by Bart. I read that once before, but I couldn't activate any of the buttons. I think there's a full screen issue, but it seems fine now. Out of service, out of service. Ah, customer. Is he going to get on himself? Sweet. Can I have two? Oh dear. Well, now I seem to be stuck in some never-ending loop of dead customers. Surely these customers are just lost. How can they die from here? Oh my goodness. He's not going to stay in either. Good luck, green man. No. Well, thank God for that. Oh, this seems a bit unfair. How perfect does it have to be? Was that a customer complaining about it rotating so slowly? It's going slowly, buddy, because everybody dies when they try and get in the bucket. Actually, no, they're not dying. I've only had one dead customer. Tina, I think I saw the man in the cabin before. Must... Yeah... You are not going to get in either. Oh. Alright. Did I get a happy customer? Alright. Yeah, this is more infuriating than anything. Oh. Alright, you're in. So you're free. Get out. Oh, okay. 3D. That's pretty cool for Gamemaker. But I don't know. What? Get out. Alright, I don't know if that's meant to work. I couldn't seem to go back either. Let me just see if I can do one more. Nah, okay, I've got the stuffed GUI again. I think it's because of my screen capturing. Strong inclusion with the theme, turning it on and off again, at least for that Ferris wheel bit. Not fun at all, though. Congratulations on a working 3D physicsy type system. But I would not play this again. It was more frustrating, not in a fun way, in quite a bad way. Now for Office Shape Saviour by Pixel Poison. I've got a gamepad here, so let's see. A. Alright, gamepad isn't being detected. Try pushing A. Okay, that did it. Probably a mistake to have your buttons looking like a gamepad, but they're not actually controlled with one. WASD to move. Space does nothing. Enter nothing. T nothing. Control nothing. Shift enter. Numpad 0. Numpad enter. ER. Looks like it wants to talk to me, but maybe not. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna try button X. Alright. I'm making blue cubes turn into aqua cylinders by toggling some sort of power meter. Next, there's nothing on these other guys. Got a health bar or something in the top left. Doesn't seem to do much. Some of these white blocks seem to block me, so I can't get to that last one. Ah, secrets. No. Couldn't get out of there if there was a button. Can't seem to get to this last one. The only other thing it looks like I can interact with is maybe, yep, the coffee machine. And I get a fatal error. Okay, not sure what I was doing. Certainly, yeah, moving around worked. powering up those cubes or whatever worked. I wasn't sure. I think I read that in your devlog that you had an artist that didn't quite pull through. So sorry about that. It might have made things clearer. There were no sounds. And not really any theme inclusion. I don't know, like, if I was turning those cubes on, there wasn't really any turning off. So, no real points for themes. Yeah, hope you can put in a game next jam. Okay, next up, we've got Something Scary by Bearman18. Whoa, that's incredibly small. Use arrow keys to move, use space to flip, use S to switch characters, use escape to quit, hold down to crawl. Can I make this full screen? No, I cannot. Press space. Wow, so tiny. You can't sleep. You arrived early today for a sleepover, but when it came time to sleep, your friend Floyd said something strange. Don't turn the lights off. You asked why. Last time I did, something scary happened. You asked what it was, but he wouldn't say. He's asleep now. He couldn't mind. You reach for the light. A horrible shadow grows in size. Is this what Floyd was talking about? Floyd wakes and realizes what you've done. In panic, he tells you to turn the lights back on. You leave the room, but something is wrong. The house is huge and maze-like, and Floyd's parents won't wake up, no matter how loudly you scream at the door. Floyd says that something is coming. You and he decide to escape the house. Wow, it is so small. I don't know if this is an issue with how you've decided to size or scale things. Perhaps you didn't scale it and you looked at it really big. Okay. So I think lights are turning platforms on and off. I've forgotten the buttons already. What was it? Yeah, there was a swap button. S to swap, okay. So I kind of need... What do I want to do? I'll get trapped in there, so I'll be the next person. And now I'm trapped again, so I'll turn them off. Turn them on again, come back up. Okay. Ah, no. So it seems like I'm not sure how to respond to that monster thing that came for me. I might have just not had to interact with that light switch, perhaps. Oh, okay. Maybe it was more about I was on a bad platform where the monster was. Oh, okay. If there are monsters in the dark that I have to avoid, having them right on top of me whenever I hit a switch is not really fair. Like, I cannot see them now, so how would I know whether I can turn a switch on or off? Maybe if there was, I don't know, some indication about whether there was a monster even in the light, or perhaps if you just knew you would never let a monster be right on top of the switch when I chose to activate it. Having such a small screen again is definitely not helping. So yeah, I've run out of ideas, because my next step is to turn this on, surely, but every time I do, there's a monster there. Okay. Yeah, I'm completely flummoxed about what to do about that. Gameplay, I do like the idea of, like, using two characters to toggle states and then solving the little puzzles to do it. It certainly put in effort to the story. I do like that there was some reason to be doing this light switching and for monsters to be in the dark. Pretty good with the sound too, like the boom when the monster picks me up. Was nice. Graphics, I can't say much because I can barely see them. I've got my nose on the screen at the moment. And definitely a strong inclusion to the theme. So overall, yeah, quite nice. Well done. Now we have Hungry Thing by Shadowlancer. Arrow keys. Eat the fruit. Fuel. I see. So I'm kind of like a jet thing. I gotta think about is there a way I can turn around? No. Okay, so if I've just hit a platform, it's rotated me a bit, but I can't rotate myself after that. So every time I hit a platform, my brain does a little flip, and I struggle to realign myself. I seem to be able to avoid if these enemy dudes, I'm guessing. If all the fruit are in the trees, there's no reason for me to go any lower. It is now a bit weird that I'm pushing up to go forward and left to go up because of the orientation of my character. It would be nice if I had some way to rotate my character again. Collecting fruit. It says I've got 14 of 25. There's a chance I may have missed one or two. Which will be annoying if I get to the end of the level and I haven't got them all. I guess if you can have a very sort of linear level where I'm just going from left to right, forcing me to collect everything isn't ideal, because I don't want to really go all the way back looking for one missing one. It's okay if it's more about exploration, but okay, yeah, my mind broke because I wasn't ready to go backwards. Alright, here we go. Get this fruit. Okay, now I'm going to push down to fly. Maybe if there was some sort of like fuel component to this, so I wouldn't have to just fly the entire time. There'd be a reason I had to land. Yeah, okay. Like, graphics are simple, but really aesthetically pleasing. No real story, just something that needs fruit. Sound was okay. The music sort of matched the mood of me playing, I guess. I was floating around, and the music isn't terribly intense, so it's an okay fit. Turn it on and off again. Maybe connected to the theme. I guess I was turning the jets on and off in order to get some movement. A bit of a connection. Like, definitely not no connection, but could have been stronger. Yeah, overall, no challenge, no gameplay. I would like to have seen something to do with this jet propulsion movement. Perhaps more obstacles rather than just going up and down platforms, maybe a bit of a maze system, or some limitation that forced me to interact with all of those characters that were on the floor. Now let's get into Grid Pause by the M. Mouse to move, space to pause, left right mouse toggle guns and shields. Okay, I'm pausing for the hell of it because I don't know if I should be pausing or not. So, does pause just... pushing space just freezes everyone? Okay, sorry, I just had to turn the sound because it was very loud in my ears. Alright, quite intense bullet hell, side-scroller, very well presented. I didn't quite get the interaction of pushing space to pause. Let me try again, but it looks like, I don't know, it explains it, but the bullets are still moving, but the enemies are not. I don't feel like I need the side bullets. Okay, so toggling pauses one set of bullets and makes the other bullets run. It's quite clear because of your choice of colours about which bullets are going to move and which aren't. Just die, cube, die. Well. Oh. Alright, yeah, I can't really talk and analyze this game at the same time as playing. It's too intense. But I'm quite enjoying it, even though I'm not sure about the best strategy about these weapons and shields. Is that my health in the bottom? Oh, oh. Did better. In I go. Right. Yeah, okay. I love the gameplay. I liked that pausing. It was really good to decide when to pause to stop being hit, but keeping in mind that the old bullets would start moving and get me. Graphics really well presented. It was very clear about that pausing mechanic. Sound is intense and kept me on my toes. Obvious theme inclusion. This one's going to rank quite highly. Well done. Let's do Shield Shuffle by Curato. I read the README. I'm a bit confused. Something about changing shield colours, picking up fuel. Okay, so right click changes my colour. Whoa. Let's try that again. And my colour tells me which square I should go in. Okay, colourless didn't mean I could go through grey. Supposedly this icon down on the right tells me what my next colour is. Oh, I can't. I'm sorry, I haven't figured out if it's left to right or right to left. So I see. So I'm going to be blue next. There's no red option. That's a bit harsh. Am I meant to wait until it comes on? Okay, so red. Blue. Gotta go green next. Yellow next. Purple next. I'm not quite sure why I have to be off first and then back to a colour. Like, is there some reason I couldn't just go to next colour? I'm not sure of the gameplay advantage you're aiming for by making me right click twice. I don't see any real benefit of seeing 4 colours coming up next. Surely just the next colour gives me the clue I need. I don't need to know what the second, third and fourth colour are. Just whatever's coming next. Very, very basic gameplay. I didn't notice any increase in difficulty when I just did it then. The controls are not very precise. It seemed to want to fix my position if I was close to a block but not quite in the middle. But also when I thought I was clicking like in a suitable spot, I just crashed then, and it wasn't because I was out of time or I was there pretty early. Didn't expect to get hit by the block, but it was, so I guess the precision of the controls could maybe be improved. Sounds were very basic. 2 sounds, got through a portal, died as far as I know. No music, which could have been a nice addition. Turn it off and on again, inclusion of the theme. I guess maybe that's why you made me turn the shield off before turning it on again, but really you should have just, like, if the theme wasn't turn it off and on again, the better style of gameplay for sure would have been to just have the player change into the next shield color, or for there to be some way for me to choose the shield color rather than just right clicking. So I think the gameplay is the biggest letdown, and trying to force it into a theme just made it a little bit worse as well. But well done on having a complete game in the Jam. Now we're going with, I'm going to go with Paint Bash 2.0 by Lukan. Now let's have a look at, let's go with Paint Bash 2.0 by Lukan. Control S to save, no loading currently. So save but never load. Mouse wheel to adjust line width. Looking at some sort of paint program. Okay. It's a functional thing. I'm just not quite sure why it's a jam entry. Maybe you just wanted some feedback about your paint program. In which case, well, yeah, you've got a functional canvas and the colors work and your paintbrush size works. Good. Otherwise, not much else to say. Carry on. So let's instead get into Ghostlight by Doug M. Oh, I'm playing. Okay, it looked like some sort of intro cutscene. There was no readme, so I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. Alright, I can move. Okay, another one of these toggle to see what's happening games, followed by jumping around in the dark. I can only toggle when on the ground, which is okay. Why I can't jump that high maybe? Felt like I was getting stuck. Alright, let's go again. Oy, oy, oy. Alright, I don't know if there's much more to see, or if it's just going to be a series of platforms. Okay, I probably can't go underneath it. I want to try and see if there's something more to this, other than platforms and spikes. No. If there is, I'm not good enough to get past it. I'm not really a platform guy. The gameplay is okay. I feel like I'm going to see a lot of these can't see anything in the dark type games and then move when you can see. My own game is sort of has a similar element to that. But I don't enjoy it. I don't like pausing in the middle of the action to see stuff and then just make a blind jump. Like, it's not a fun loop. That said, your presentation is great. I love that the entire world is the one color except for your character. That's really great. Even just having that sort of quite dark purple background with the blue character popping out is really, really good. I know you have some sort of story because you described it in a post, but I don't see any of that in game, so I wouldn't know what this character is or what he's currently doing so that he can see the world. Sounds are fine, they certainly fit the theme real nice. And you've certainly hit the theme of turn it on and off again. So the only thing I would say to maybe make this more replayable is give me a sense of some sort of progress, whether that's a high score that I'm beating, either for myself or against other players. Because right now, I don't know, I admit I was dying pretty early, but I don't see anything else that was going to come into the game. So if there was anything more, sorry, I got a bit frustrated and couldn't play anymore to find out. Now we're going into Save the Lights by KPJ. Okay, it's going to be another one of these games where I have a mouse and a great cursor, lightning bolt, but it doesn't interact with the menu. Enter did. Okay. The number in each light represents the energy in the light. You must refill the lights with energy by clicking on them before the energy reaches zero. If a light's energy reaches zero, you lose a life. Make sure to avoid pesky little creatures and viruses, as clicking these will also cost you a life. You have 3 lives. Press space to play the tutorial round. Okay. Oh, see, I lost a life there, didn't I? Because of... Oops. Alright, so I just got to last 10 seconds. Was that it? Oh. Okay, I thought the globes were color-coded based on how much power they had, so I was focusing on the yellow ones. Those viruses popping up, not a great mechanic. Because there's no way to predict, so I gotta click to keep the globes alive, and the virus pops up while I'm clicking, and then I lose a life. Maybe I can click after a virus leaves. Alright, is there a strategy? Click faster, maybe. Oh my goodness. Ah, yeah. Do the color coding indicate how quickly they lose power? Yeah, okay, the red ones lose faster. Oi, oi, oi. Okay. Let's go, one more try. Alright. I think I've only also just realised that you only have to click once. I thought I was continually clicking, but they just go back up to their maximum. Not that I'm doing better now that I know that. I can't even click properly. Alright. I'm just going to get into a rhythm and just click on everything in a bit of a pattern, try and keep it going. Oh, nope. Oh, I see. How was I to know there was going to be a virus there? I don't like the unpredictable. My games are definitely more about strategizing, planning a move, executing, feeling good when I get it right. Having a random virus pop up to take a life off me. Yeah. Okay. The gameplay loop it was a little addicting, but I would definitely get on to the frustrated side and stop playing. Graphics were fine. It was I guess I worked out eventually that the colors mattered in terms of how quickly they were going to lose their power. At least I think that was. I still wasn't 100% convinced, so maybe that could be explained a bit better. The sound was fine. There was a little clicky sound every time I clicked my mouse. Ready, set, go. I guess, was good. The theme, I mean, it was kind of there. You turn it off and on again. There wasn't any turning off. It was more about keeping everything on, so it's only a loose connection. Graphics-wise, things were fine for what it is, which is a bit of an idle clicker with a lot of tension involved. So a basic premise, and it was well executed, but yeah, perhaps those viruses were the biggest letdown. They're just too random. You know, it's if a player can't avoid it, I don't think it's a good gameplay element. Now we've got Computer IT by Michael McMullen. Based on what I was seeing in the games thread, I'm actually surprised not more people went straight for something about the computer IT support. So I think this is perhaps the only one. We'll have a go. You're in a small computer shop. You have one job: keep the computers running and collect money. When a computer crashes, you need to pay to reboot the machine. How long can you survive? Didn't actually say how to fix anything. So okay, I spent all my money to reboot. I'm not sure. Did I fix it? Am I fixing it? Is the mouse the controls? I'm still really confused if I actually am fixing anything. There's no great feedback. Like, is this rebooting or is this being damaged? Because it seemed to be fine. Like, I don't, yeah, I'm confused. So the bar goes down. Am I in trouble? Because it looks like it's counting down to something, and I'm like, uh-oh. But then I think that's when the computer is fine. But others, do they just crash randomly? Oh, I meant to click on the ones that don't have a screen on. I see. And then they... that's when they give me the money. So... is it just about whether I can collect more money than I need to spend to repair some? Because I'm not sure what's setting off when they get destroyed. Is it just a random thing? Because they all seem fine. And then bang. Okay. I guess I've never let a computer count down all the way if it needed to be rebooted. So maybe I'll let that happen. What's going to happen to this computer? It's counting up. Something's going to happen. Okay, yeah, I see. I think you've got things a little reversed in terms of intuitive play. It initially looked like when the bar goes down that this is bad because you're going from green down to red and it looks like a countdown, so I'm freaking out. Whereas when it's actually in trouble is when it's red going up to green, and when it's full, which I think is like a good thing. Usually we're about filling bars as gamers. that's when I'm actually in trouble. So it's all a bit backwards. There's perhaps a few too many screen icons going on. Say if like the dollar thing looks a little similar to just the green scrolling text. I know you're flashing, that helps a little bit to identify I can click on these. And you have blue and then red. I guess these are stages of being in trouble. Yeah, no, actually, no, the colours are okay. Like, they've all got their unique spin and flavour to help identify. I think it's just this bar direction thing is what threw me completely at first. I would definitely recommend swapping that around. Otherwise, the gameplay is fairly basic. I would keep clicking. You say, how long can I last? But there doesn't seem to be any time or anything to assist me with knowing if I'm doing better or worse than any previous runs. If you're going to have a game about lasting as long as you can, put a timer or something in there. I could wait to see, I guess, if I fail, if it then tells me, but it'd be good to see if there was a timer now. The sound is fine. It's got a quirky thing going on in the background, which is okay. It suits the style of game okay. Certainly matches the theme very well. I've turned it off and on again. But there isn't much to the game. There's no strategy. I'm just doing a lot of clicking. Not really my sort of game, but you've executed it okay. Now we're going to have a look at Lightbulb by SP202. What's all this ruckus? Hey there, buddy boy. It's awfully dark in here. Would you mind flipping the light switch for me? Well, that didn't work. Try turning it off and on again. Not that silly. Press the big X in the top right corner. Relaunch this thing. I'll be waiting. Alright. Will do. Looks like I'm missing a bulb. Not to worry, I've got an idea. Don't turn it off, but turn it on again. What? Run the game? No. Okay. Just keep closing and running, I guess. I think I broke it. I'll see if I can get it to go again. Alright. This is where nothing happened last time. Okay. I didn't quite understand the command about turn it on but not off, or whatever that was. I tried running the game again from the Jam player without turning it off, but it wouldn't, so I was forced to just try close it and then turn it on, and then it turns off again. If that was it, okay. Yeah, not much to say. You're going for some sort of story thing, but I don't get it. Now we have Blabbit in the headlights. Quick read of the readme says that up, down, left, right, space, and it's only been made in 3 hours. Okay, stuff in the readme was available in-game, but I guess it's always handy to be able to go back to readme if required. The lights are on, so I can't move. Lights are off, so I can. Okay, I get the idea. I'm guessing these guys will move. I guess there's always one of these games at least per game jam. The grid puzzle, moving block, enemy, standard pattern type stuff, but made maybe trickier by having the lights off, I guess. Having to memorize movement. Oh, I expected him to move. Okay, maybe he chills at the wall for a turn. The music doesn't really fit. I might have a bit of bias in that though, because I am very familiar with this particular song from a YouTube video on physics. So it's got other connotations for me. Badges. Oh, I moved twice, wasn't sure which way he's going. Up, down. Are they just copying me? He is copying me. Oh. Okay, I am not sure what the pattern is here, but managing to fudge my way through. I think they're restricted to a square and will line up with me if they can. Alright, let's try this one again. Nah, I don't get their movement at all. Perhaps if the enemies were color-coded in a sense, sometimes I don't even know which one has moved where, so when I try and follow... Yeah, other than they seem to have invisible boundaries they won't go into, I'm not sure. Oh. Unlock A. It's got a gamepad there. I do have a gamepad plugged in, but nothing's happening when I push that. Can I only unlock it when I'm in the dark? Whoop. I don't get it. X, Y, B, A. What's A on a keyboard? Could I use the gamepad to play? No. Okay. I might just have to hold it there because I'm not sure how to proceed. Yeah, pretty standard sort of the grid-based puzzle game, as I said, with the twist that you can only move when it's dark, which a few games have done, just not in this puzzle element. I'm torn between whether that makes the game better or worse, though. You left a lot of space between the enemies, which meant avoiding them wasn't really the tricky bit. It was knowing what their movement was going to be despite having to do it in the dark. So I get that bit. I just think it would actually be a funner game if there was a more intense grid-based puzzle to solve where any particular moves would lead to success, and then forego the entire light on-off game bit. But of course that matches the theme perfectly, so I understand why it was included. I just wouldn't think that it's made the game better overall. Your graphics are cute, nice. and they get the job done. Everything was pretty clear about what it was. I understand there was a key and a lock and there's spikes. Not sure how to open this door though. Perhaps the game wasn't finished. You said there was only 3 hours. An excellent entry considering the time, Dan. Definitely for sure. Now, Elephants Don't Play Video Games After Dark by wkaudio, Carolyn.cosplay. I should disable that while I have the chance, otherwise half the games won't play. Okay, try to go full screen. Not allowed to, so I'm going to put my nose to the screen so I can read it. The sequel everyone has been waiting for. Kid Elephant finally gets his hands on cactus people, wants to stay up all night. Unfortunately for him, his mum has other plans. Space to interact. Go for a high score. Press space to interact with the game. Press and hold shift to turn out the lights and pretend to sleep. Oh, when you say interact with the game, you mean Cactus People 7. Okay, that was a little vague. Be careful if you keep the lights out too long, you'll fall asleep. If Mum sees you, it's straight to bed. Can you help? So space and shift. Is that all we got? Oh, right. Press space to... What was with the toast? Toast in the machine? Okay, I see. So I'm looking to try and get a high score on this game, which did originally make me want to try and land that last jump while the mum was still coming in. But I think I'll just play it safe and always... Yoy, that first one is so hard. Seems like the mum comes in and out at different speeds as well. And will either stay or leave for different amounts of times, which adds some, I guess, finesse. I could try and land that last jump if I don't think she's coming in too quick, like now. Maybe I could have done one more jump. Anyway, 2 AM, might make it this time. I hope something amazing happens come 7 AM. Because at the moment, this is, I guess, easy to play, but maybe it's hard to master. But at the moment, I don't feel like trying hard to get a better score on the cactus game. Alright. And a score of 18. It was a cute little idea. There was definitely a lot of story in there considering how simple the game was. Graphics were well suited and I really liked that. It was sort of, there was a game within a game. The sounds were perfect in that it was lively and upbeat while playing, and then suddenly and very quiet and monotone when the lights went out. There isn't any more to it though. This would be the game. There's no way to extend upon this idea really. But you know, a fair entry. Alright, page fault by ThePilot is how I always read your name anyway. Oh, again, just always allow. Alright, a game I can actually make full screen. Well, did the reboot work? Can you open that file now? Double click on that document and see. Oh, would be nice maybe if that stayed. Cool. I like that there's a menu in a menu. Okay, that was a bit preemptive of me. Snazzy little intro. Probably want to talk to that admin guy at some point. Ooh. Alright, what have you got to say? I can't scroll this, so it was a shame I didn't read it earlier. Can you go into the file viewer and open it through there? Hey, be careful going through data like that. Don't get yourself into trouble. Oh. That help was telling me about binary. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. It might want me to make it 1. Can I? Ah, yeah, see, if I make it 1, I can go through this door. Left click to interact, was it not? Do a thing. Go back. Some invisible platform here now, I'm not allowed to go through. Did that change? No. Logical shift left. This is promise. It's got me intrigued, but whatever shenanigans you're trying to pull here by making me interact with binary, I can't figure it out. Nothing's really happening. So this was a very creative entry for sure. I'm very intrigued about there being a game within sort of an operating system and things going on. If only I could work out what to do next. Graphics are fine. You've sort of got a very good looking basic operating system theme going on here. Sounds have all been good, the nice clicks and things. I'm guessing there's going to be some sort of turn on and off again theme to do with this binary, but I'm a bit stuck now. Let's have one more try. Chat's gone, doesn't want to help me anymore. Come back to here, it's basically showing a surface or not. Yeah. And this doesn't do anything anymore. Yeah, I'll have to dwell on this one. I'm not quite sure how to place it yet. Now we've got Neet Retreat by JacobV of the GMC, but it also says Lip and Stargaze in the README. I've seen the controls, which unfortunately is the exact opposite of what I'd like. Arrow keys to move with X and Z to do things seems old school to me. I'd prefer WASD, but if I don't have the option. It also says spoilers in the README, so I won't read any further. Car sound comes to a stop. Harpeth Lake, hope you enjoy your stay. Another game that won't let me go full screen. Your weekend cabin is ready and waiting for you down on the main trail. Fishing equipment is supplied and stored there, and the dock is just a quick stroll away. Please follow all camp rules and don't stay out too late. Ooh, I didn't choose to skip that, so lucky I finished reading. Yeah, I like that muting the audio is literally hands on ears, although I have to hold it. It's a map of the campsite. Several paths wind through it. Looks like each path is marked with an icon of an animal. Weird. Excellent sound design. Like, even just the steps are in time with landing on the grass. A nice little soft thud. Geocaches beep faster the closer you get to them. Press X where the beeping is fastest to uncover them. I hear some beeps, which is why I'm slowing down. Now it's stopped. Okay, found it. I was a bit confused there about whether the sound was based on movement or not. It's a geocache, looks like it's been here for a while. Welcome to a Harpeth Lake tradition. Campers like to leave geocaches behind with memories and tips for future visitors. But if the beeping ever starts to hurt your ears, remember you can block it out by pressing Z. As per previous entries I've seen of yours, Jacob, your art is really, really good. Assuming you were responsible for the art in this game as well. Maybe I'll go read this sign. I think that just took me back. Okay, I hear the beeps again. Trying to find the next geocache. I just kept tapping X. Couldn't be bothered listening. The main trail has a creek running next to it. If you get lost, just remember to follow the sound. I missed the first one because I was tapping X too furiously. Hopefully that wasn't important information. Whoops, did it again. Not sure what the point of the game is yet. Okay, run past a campsite. There's nothing to interact with there. No sounds, no geocaches. can't interact with this map. Okay. Oh, map again. Right. Edge. I'm not sure if I've been doing circles. I'm very lost. Is it something about fishing? I think I saw you have a GIF or GIF on the forums of some sort of fishing to do, but I don't know. Seems easy because everything looks the same. Beautiful, but the same. I'm a bit lost. Maybe that's part of the charm of the game, perhaps, but I don't seem to have anything else to do. I may have missed that information, unfortunately. Okay, I hear that stream. It said something about a stream. Maybe I'm here now. Or no, this is closer to where the start was, wasn't it? And everywhere is taking a long time to go. Bit of a stutter there. I think that was maybe because I'm screen capturing. Okay, yeah, that was the same one, wasn't it? Back to the tutorial. Okay. I'm going to pause the video here and run around for another couple of minutes. If I don't find anything, I'll give you feedback. Okay, running around for long enough, I eventually found a place to do a thing. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I tried to get some help. I went and tried to read the spoilers in the README, but that was actually blank. I went to your original post again, and it said stuff about this is a very laid-back game. Not for me. It seemed a lot of just meandering around. Entirely the point, of course, but I can't appreciate this sort of game. However, as I've already said, the graphics and the sound in here are amazing, and from what I can tell from your previous entries, they always are. I'm not having fun getting lost in this forest. Now, Grid 0 by Bauke. Yes, full screen. Let's do it. That did not go well. I've lost control of my mouse. Okay, let me try that one more time. Full screen. Nope. It died a horrible, horrible death. And now the GUI is stuffed, so I can't actually force quit. Alt F4. I'll just play without going full screen, I guess. Each stage consists of 4 different codes. Use the left mouse button to switch nodes on off. If it's a mouse game, I'm not sure why I'm going on with pressing space to go to the next. Oh, no, it wasn't space, that was just coincidence. 4 lives left. Okay, I think I have to run through that again, sorry. Some stages. Let me just start that again. I was too busy figuring out how to do the... Okay, each stage consists of 4 different codes. Use the left mouse button to switch nodes on and off. The cursor shape will change each turn. It will also grow in size over time. The Game ends when you run out of lives. Gain new life by completing stages. Some stages contain bombs at hidden locations. I'm guessing that's how I lose a life. Sort of Minesweeper-like, maybe? You'll only get an indication where the bomb might be. Hit a bomb twice, and it will explode. Try to reach as far as possible. There is no time limit, so take your time. Okay, definitely let me progress through that tutorial at my own pace. I'm trying to digest a bit of information. So I can make this anywhere. Like, I guess let's look for one where I've already got maybe close to 3 red in a row. Oh, but then everything is toggled. Okay. I can sort of go off. Looks like I can have some on, but not most off. No. I guess I can just go through almost one by one. Can't have red down there. Right, this might actually take me a while. Let me pause. Okay, maybe I'm not meant to do it in one go. So I'm going to commit to this change, because then when I do this, righto. Oh, I've lost lives. Why? No bombs? Okay. I can do it here. Oh, I lost a life again. What am I doing wrong? I think I lose a life every time I click. I'm not sure if that's intended. I didn't feel like I was doing anything wrong other than using my piece. But maybe that's the constraint. You said unlimited time, but not unlimited turns to complete the task. That was going to be a good one, but no, let's do here. Okay, yeah, I do seem to be losing lives every time I click, so if I only have to solve, said I have to solve 4, so I can do it as long as I only spend 2 to 3 turns per code. 1, 2... This one needs to be red. Okay, you know, interesting puzzle idea, for sure. Makes a nice change from the usual just jam entries which have a stock standard puzzle with the hope that just animations around the sides will get it over the line somehow. I do like that this is creative. enough? I think it will. Okay. Yeah, so even though it only took me one try, I still lost a life. Definitely clear up that instruction that instead of lives, call them turns. Just, I got 12 turns left. I don't know why you have to call it lives. I guess the bombs will impact the lives, but you could just say a bomb will take away a turn in the tutorial. And then all will be well. I think I can do it. No, oh yeah, here. I seem to be luckier this time than the first time in that I can solve many of these in one move. I guess maybe, I don't know if this was handcrafted or it's just randomly generated. This is close. No, not close. Make that red. Okay, I'll leave it there because I got the gist of it. Your gameplay is solid. I love the creative puzzle aspect to it. It would definitely suit someone who loves Sudoku type stuff, the almost infinite permutations, of different move sets. There's no story, but you don't need a story in a game like this. Graphics simple, superb, good color scheme. Sounds are really nice, definitely huge replay value, and hits the theme on the head. This is a really solid entry, well done. Now, Break/Link by Alice and Siofol the Jackal. There's no readme, so whatever this is I don't know what it is about. Maybe it's my recording doesn't like things going full screen. Although some games went full screen just fine. And now it's remembered my save, so I can't play it. Yes, alright, so it definitely was because of my recording that I couldn't go full screen, so I apologise to people in the past that I said it was annoying I couldn't go full screen. Start top left, for no other reason why. Must fix the gizmo present here. It's currently in an errored state, so it needs to be disabled and re-enabled again. Thankfully, there are 2 particle launchers already placed. Just place switch particles there and have them turn the switch off and on again. There are 2 particle launchers. Just place switch particles. Okay, so it looked like these were switch particles. Alright, so a particle hit this, it turned off. Particle hit it, it turned on. Place launchers appropriately. And then put the switch particles on both of them. If a switch is hit by an even number of particles at the same time, it'll end up in the same state and the gizmo won't be disabled. I've forgotten whether I want to disable the gizmo or not, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You need to make sure both particles hit at a different time. Okay. Right, so I can rotate it. Can I just put it here then? And I have to put a switch in there? Wonder if there's a reason why I need to load them independently instead of just having it be an automatic thing. Use this tool to reclaim the device. Alright, no, that was fine. Now you've got mirrors and particle accelerators. An accelerator will redirect any incoming particle to its destination as long as it's powered. So as long as the accelerator is powered. A mirror will reflect particle movement. It doesn't need power. Okay, so the whole point is I've got to keep turning this switch off and on again. Are these stuck in place? Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can change these. So both of them are going to fire. It reflects all incoming particles to another direction, as an ordinary reflected surface would. Conveniently, it doesn't need to be powered. Yeah, so I can rotate it. Oh, can I put it anywhere? Like here? Okay. But I've only got one redirector. When will it have power? Do I have power now? Let's run, see what happens. Oh, did that? No. It's a bit hard to tell what these particles are doing. Are they... Do they just go in straight lines? They don't follow the circuit, do they? It's just I lose track of this one completely, but I would have expected to see it over here if it was going straight, but then did they both end up going up? It was a bit confusing. Let's put another mirror in, but where? I can't rotate them, so that's fixed. Well, hang on, let me get rid of... Oh, okay, wait, so that can cause it to go up. Particle accelerator can make it go back, and then a mirror to hit the switch. Right. What I think is happening here is the particle launcher keeps shooting them back whenever there's a particle in there. Good thing you picked up that you can be in a loop and have a stop button. So this needs to be powered, so I can't just not have it part of the circuit, is that right? That won't work. Yeah, I think that particle did follow here. What happens if I take away everything? Okay, what about if you just go backwards? What happens then? No, I already know what happens then. What about if you were here? That won't work, but at least... Yeah, did that particle go around the circuit? It did, didn't it? Alright, let's see what the give up button does. Oh, just go back. Okay, yeah, interesting puzzle game. I like the idea. I do like the idea of solving the circuit. It is incredibly unclear what happens to these particles. I'm still not convinced whether they go round the circuit or not. The graphics of the circuit itself is fine. I really dislike this background thing. I don't know why you've chosen to put a cave. Things like alas a failure, the text box is just, it doesn't fit as well as the effort, say, to put into the actual gizmo circuit thing. There's also this thing about power, and it's not obvious where power is. I think I read in one of your posts that you had all of this, you know, circuit testing logic thing. Are things powered? Are they not? But you've told me so far that this particle accelerator, yeah, it needs power. But if I turn the switch off and on, is that affecting the power? Is it powered now at the start? I can't tell these bits. You've got some music there. I'd probably prefer something a bit more upbeat. It sounds a bit menacing. Definitely big inclusion of the theme. The entire purpose is to hit this switch on and off again. Yeah, I think your biggest downfall is it is not clear about this power and particle interaction thing, whatever's going on in this game. Now, Jasmin Laslo, Switch You On by Alison James. Prove your loyalty to Slola and Rudolph Laslo by listening to this song as much as you can. Oh my god. Of course I've just realised that people watching this review cannot hear that song. That was very irritating. Do I really have to go through 20 plays to... I don't know if this is a real song. You said it was satire, but I'm out of the loop if it is real. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to wait for this to tick up to 20. Yeah, that song's still going. I think the whole point of this is that I can't actually change to anything else. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Sorry, you might have had something worth doing, but if my first task is going to literally sit here for 40 minutes before I can do the next step, I'm not going to do it. Okay, now we've got Power Out by Cat and Orvar. Oh look, this one did let me go full screen, no issue. A and D to move. Whoa, I picked up a thing. Jumping isn't turned on yet. Press 2 to allocate the battery you just picked up to jumping. Can't turn my jumping off again. Spikes kill you. Shift and 0. Self-destruct, it seems like. Whoops. Okay. He jumps huge. Level 2. Pick up this system enhancer to unlock your interaction systems such that you grab and move crates by holding control. Can't go back to do it. You need to turn on your new system but don't have the power. Shift 2 to turn off jumping and give you back 1 power. Interaction is 4. I wonder why you didn't just say pressing 2 toggles the power. For instance, Shift 2 will turn it off, but couldn't I have just pushed 2 to turn it off? Alright. Right, of course. Shift 4, turn it off. 2, turn it on. You can also pull crates. Shift 2, 4. Shift 4, 2. Yeah, definitely just make it toggle. Shift 2, 4, control. Shift 4, 2. Make it. Okay, can't climb a vine. Shift 2, 4. Shift 4, 2. If the tedium of my voice isn't getting the point across, make it toggle. You can now turn on all 3 systems. Oh, huzzah! Okay, might not be the end of the world. Ooh, actually, I wonder if there's a secret up there. Ah, prime opportunity for secrets. This jump is possible, but it would be easier with that crate. Ooh, challenge accepted. Turn on your gun and you can shoot enemies. Nobody wants to shoot enemies. How? The sniper turret outranges you and can kill you in a couple of hits, but it has a few seconds between shots. Oh, well, lucky. What was fire meant to be? Did it say? Turn on your gun and you can shoot enemies. No, it didn't say. ZXCWERTGH space 0, enter, 5, 6. 333, like use 3. 333. 333. Ah, although if I outrange, maybe I just need to be closer. Ah, come on. Did you finish the game? Or am I just not? Did I miss the part which said this is how you can fire? Oh, mouse. Okay. Nobody said anything about a mouse before. Sounds have been good so far. I will try push once I can see if I've activated my thing or not. Turn the gun back on, I reckon. I think this sort of game definitely would have benefited from not having a mouse shooting feature. It's simple, right? We're toggling things on and off. You don't need to make it a tough mouse shooting thing. Just let me spam my bullets and it shoots horizontally or something. The shotgunner deals heavy damage and has instant reactions, but your gun has a longer range. Great. I guess I don't want to find out what range that instant reaction thing is. Not all enemies need to be fought. Thanks for the advice. Alright, what do we got here? Level 2 jumping. Okay, I guess this is the reason for the toggle. Still could have gone like 2-2-2 to like alternate. No, one of these instant guys. Let's not fight him. Whoop. Okay, we're fine here. Whatever. Let's not bother about the fighting. Turn on your stealth system with 5. Hold S for a couple of seconds to stealth for another few seconds. Let's give that a go. Oh. Ah, come on. Right. Oh, good. All the way back at the start. Okay, I love the idea of having systems that you have to turn on and off, so you're making choices along the way. I like that there are multiple ways to perhaps deal with enemies, whether it's crate pushing, or shooting, or just plain out avoiding by maybe using the stealth or the double jump. I hate having to push shift and a number to turn it off. I'd prefer to hit 2-3 times, say, to get it from a single jump back to 0 power level after I've got the double jump. I already said, yeah, I wouldn't go with mouse shooting. Keep it simpler so my hands stay on the keyboard. I'd probably like the numbers to actually be on the number pad. Not everybody will have a number pad, say, on a laptop, but certainly with my keyboard I'd prefer to use the number pad 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to start doing this, so I am free to then just WASD my way around. Give me space to jump as well. I don't like W for jumping. So controls are by far your weakest part of the game. Everything else I love. Good graphics, good idea, definitely hit the theme really well, so this is a great entry. Thank you for letting me play it. Now we have Timer by All Squad Stra. Alright, let me see if I can fix this full screen issue thing again. Okay, welcome to Timer. Please take this short tutorial. Move with the A and D buttons. Okay, you're manipulating time. Hold control. Hold shift. While running slide. Okay, I'm not sure how you play games, but how can I gotta be like proficient at playing guitar or something so I can, while holding shift with my left pinky, get my knuckle down a bit lower to slide. Oh, maybe it's not important, but was it control to crouch? Oh, right, yeah, no, I'm gonna have to. Alright, that's really weird. Slide. Righto. Great, now to your ability, rewind. Press E to save your state, then press E again to rewind to that state. You can also target this ability. Target it. Use right click to place your crosshair on another object and press E. You'll target an object if it starts glowing white. These objects might also be able to get destroyed. While aiming, use left click to shoot. Alright, the cursor is nigh on invisible as I'm trying to see it on my screen. Okay, so I've got to hold, I'm guessing that's targeted then shoot. Did I do it? Keep in mind that rewinding will replay the target states to your first E press, including damage. Oh, wait. So target, then push E on it? Ah, I see. And then come back. Nifty idea. Rubber ducks can be found throughout the maps. You can keep track of your collectible progress on every level. Oh, that's all you need to know. Oh, and one last thing, don't be shy to restart levels if something went wrong. And look at me, I'm doing things. Alright. So yeah. It's a good start. It's clearly, there are 3 things to turn on, and I could not really avoid the first one, so it gives me a good idea. Oh my goodness. Alright, don't run downstairs. Bad idea. Don't try and jump off. Oh, sorry, space is jump. I don't know if I'm meant to be able to get up there or not. Oh, look, there we go. Oh, well, there's the duck. I'm gonna have to do my crazy shift and control at the same time maneuver. Look, it is. Oh, now I'm stuck in here. Get out. While possible, that movement is not intuitive at all. But you have made me want to get the yellow duck at least, because I can see it. Go. Go. Yes, the platforming needs a lot of improvement. Like the shift control button simultaneous pressing thing aside, I am not in control of my character on these stairs. If I'm just walking down the stairs and I'm trying to jump and half the time it doesn't register, obviously because you're doing some sort of on-ground check and it's turning out no, that's very annoying to the point that I can't make it up this jump half the time. And then this sliding, I'm so slow, but I slide so far. Like, I only just tap to run, and I feel like I shouldn't go that far. Come here, duck. Ah, they got nice names. Oh, there's more than one duck. Alright, maybe the orange is the last one. There are power things here. Do I want to do this? I'm not sure if that was meant to do that. Ooh, if I wasn't meant to destroy them, then... How far did you record? Okay, so this looks pretty janky now. The rewinding time is a good idea. I mean, it always is. I love rewinding time. Make a mistake, go back, do the thing again. But you'd probably want to put some sort of limit on it. Can I stop it? No. I'm just letting it play out now. Do 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 do. So is the sliding there just as a means of, because control to crouch, but why? Because I can't do anything. If I can't crawl, that seems weird. I want to find a reason to have this time thing. I have a feeling I made a big mistake blowing these up. Oh! Oh, why does that turn the green thing on as well? So they're all on. What if can I push the box? No. Okay. You got some nice ideas in here, but I can't for the life of me figure out what I'm meant to be doing. I thought it was going to be straightforward at first. Okay, you turn on these lights. Maybe these things shouldn't have been destroyed, because it's like left and right. Perhaps I was meant to move the thing over and then drop the box on top of it. But are these permanently destroyed, so I have to restart the level? Seems a bit harsh. I don't even understand the advantage of destroying it yet. Maybe there's other times you want to destroy it. They look like power symbols, but also rewinding time is excellent. I hate replaying bits, but unfortunately I have to activate it. If it's purely there as a sort of way of like, I just rewinded myself then, but these things have stayed destroyed, so I can't even fix that. I think you have some good ideas in here, but it's not coming together well at the moment. The platforming is definitely janky. The rewind time is a good idea, but not I couldn't find a way to implement it, and I cannot even figure out what to do on this first level. I didn't expect that rope to break, and I'm not sure how to get up there. So perhaps work on starting out your games a bit slower. You had a tutorial, great, but things are not super clear about how to progress from there. On and Off, Back and Forth by Mercerenies. The README said it's a game of ping pong. Or what? No, table tennis? What did it say? I thought it was a bit weird, because it's now pong. And hit any keyboard key to make things change. Not sure what that last one did. Oh, maybe it slowed the ball down. Will it keep up? No. I mean, I am recording as well. But there's obviously a little bit. Okay, scores have greatly altered. I am winning though, that's the most important thing. So definitely get a 10 out of 10 from me. Gung-ho Pro Commando by Roa. Allow. Factory, spelled with a Y. Factory's power core was shut down by insurgents. It needs to be turned back on before total meltdown. Good luck. Elevators misspelled as well. Inactive till insurgent capacity is below 20%. M and key, I'm guessing is mouse and key. WSD to move, control to enable aiming, left mouse button to fire, right mouse button rockets, space to roll, or controller, which I would prefer. Left Joy-Con to move, right Joy to aim, B to roll, R to fire, R trigger for rockets. Okay, that's a duplicate, so we'll figure that out. And O, change field of view. Okay. Not sure what effect this will have. Let's try it. Okay, so a bit closer. Sure, why not? Right, 2D characters on a 3D space. I don't think there's any sound for this game. Certainly nothing's playing in my ears. I'm always impressed by people who can make 3D games in Gamemaker, because it's certainly not known for it. I can't do it. But it's obvious whenever playing a 3D game that Gamemaker is not designed with 3D in mind, because it comes across as very 90s 3D. Like, I don't know if my screen's capturing that, but look at that. Is that a pad? Can I just stand on it? Was it an elevator? These characters are dodging all over the place. Spelled factory correct this time. Self-destruct. This definitely needs an exclamation mark at the end. Let's try quickly one more time. I've got a 20... Oh, it's a 20-minute timer up the top there. I hit retry, but now there's no enemies. I'm not sure if it's a random generation or whether you sort of saved part of my progress. Where did that guy go? Enemies 96.55%. I don't know if I'm killing them, if they're just flashing out of existence. They seem to disappear on me after a little bit, whether I'm shooting them or not. Because did he just go into the wall? Where'd the guy beside me go? Why is he a box now? Was that... Oh, rockets. I don't even know why they die half the time. So he's dead as well. I didn't even shoot him. You've got the frames per second still showing. I don't know if you intended to leave that for the final build, but it's a bit of a distractor. I both love and hate that the dodge is just the 2D character spinning, like flipping his X or Y image scale. Oh yeah, he's flipped out of existence for a while. Okay. I don't actually think I'm doing anything. I think all these characters are like flipping off the screen or whatever. I don't understand the turn it on and off. Well done making a 3D game, but as per usual, my advice for any of these game jams, I've never been impressed or ranked highly a 3D game. Maybe you can do something good. I don't actually know of any good 3D games that I'm aware of. Perhaps you guys can point me in the right direction. But I'd stick with 2D games for Gamemaker. It's definitely where it shines. Okay, Cat Factory by Toke. Another game that won't let me go full screen. Use mouse to click. Oh, and drag cat to correct box. Don't let cat fall off the end of the belt. Don't touch other animals. Well, you're going to assume I can tell the difference between a cat and another animal. Let's have a go. Are these drop bears? They're not cats, are they? Okay. What if I put it in the wrong one? Game over. Alright. I'm guessing it's going to get a little bit more intense. Because it started out simple, which is good. I'll figure out what to do. Don't touch the drop bears. That is gross. Those drop bears. Oh, dogs are going in there too. I'd prefer it if the cats were going in there, to be honest. Alright. I guess I've seen everything that I was going to see. It's simple. It has nothing to do with the theme. The graphics are nice. There was a few sounds. They certainly did their job. I'm glad there wasn't a sound for when the animals made it to the meat grinder. I don't... While it doesn't offend me, I don't think you should have had the meat grinder there for the puppy dogs and the bear things. It's Probably a step too far. It's complete, but not much else to say. Now, Occupational Hazard by Cheshi, which I'm not familiar with, and Samsam. Yes, I would like to if I can. Press enter to play. You have to repair computers with, just turn them off with the right click and on again with the left click. Off with right, on with left. Oops. Press enter to restart. I will. Interesting. Jumping on a computer is also a good way to repair it. I wonder why. I mean, you've gone to the effort of having this stick thing. Why do I want to jump on a computer? Oh, even letting it fall to its doom. Guessing I needed to have that computer on. Go me. Why? I'm just trying to figure out the reason for right click then left click. Why can't it be the same click? The graphics are a mixture of both great and not so great. Like this sky effect is quite nice. The character I'm torn on, certainly stylistic, but then this UI thing is quite an eyesore. I mean, when I'm not doing anything, it's still just like a stick that goes around. Since you're going to have a game that does a lot of mouse work, you probably want to have a cursor, a custom cursor drawn. I'm not sure why I have to be in the sky. So, some weird mixture of ideas going on here. Am I going to... I wonder. Looks like you've got an elaborate setup here, but I've bypassed your need to play the game the way you intended. Turn the birds off. Yeah, okay. So maybe this is where landing on a computer... Oh, it says dead, but can't I just turn everything back on again? Isn't that the point of the theme? Alright. I am pretty sure I have to do the birdies. But that's not the way to get them to do it. I have to wait for them to come back. Great. these out of the way, I guess. Yeah, I still don't understand the reason for left click. Perhaps an automatic reset if I have fallen to my doom. But am I really going to just jump off the edge here? And you want me to right click until I get them all? Now you've turned the game from a puzzle platformer into a Twitch based thing. This is definitely a weak level. I was quite enjoying the others, but I'm going to hold this one here. Yeah, controls could be tightened up. I don't see a need for right click then left click just for the computer, when everything else can just be right click to turn off. This level is definitely weak. It's changed its tact from solving a puzzle to just Twitch based movements. And yes, the sounds are all there, and it ties in with this sky theme. I can hear an ocean, which is a little weird, but maybe that's below me. But the graphics are both hit and miss. I'm undecided about that overall. Theme-wise, you've hit the nail on the head. Like, sometimes it didn't matter, but other times, like the bird level, yeah, you had to be mindful. You had to turn it off and on again, and that made you more conservative with your use of birds. Now, Tricky Farming by Paul and Sergio. You have 3 controls: sun, rain, and wind. These are all controlled by on-screen buttons. So I'm guessing mouse. Your goal in this game is simple: grow enough crops for your farmer friend to harvest and move on to the next level. I think this is another game I can't go full screen on. Oh wait, am I playing the game? So, sun. Okay, it was kind of cool that I was just flooding that then. But where... is this wind? Oh, okay. Use wind to move the crops. Yep. I get it, because it's like spreading seeds around or whatever. Okay. Can I put out the fire with rain? More fire, more rain. I am... I'm undecided whether these are good. I have a feeling these ones might be bad, because I'm just absolutely dominating right now. This sun thing is unclear. Like, nighttime. I think I might have... because these look dead, right? I think they're bad. So let me restart. So let's blow the good crops over. on, no. I don't know if there's a big downside to the fire. I guess I was starting to lose. Okay. I understand the theme. I am turning crops on and off again. Or, sorry, the forces of nature. I have to activate the rain on occasion because of the fire. But the more I turn on the rain, the more it floods. And then some regions become unusable. Come on. But it is a bit frustrating. Do not lose all of those crops. No. I don't understand the nighttime thing at all. And now I'm confused about why my farmer guy doesn't do anything. 0 out of 40. Look at all these crops. Go pick them up. Fine. Burn. Burn you all. Yeah, okay, some neat ideas. Could be better refined. A lot of confusing elements going on here. Graphics were all nice. The sound is probably too intense for the idea of a farming thing, even though it's mostly about responding to what I could imagine was just fire. Super unclear about collecting crops. I have no idea. Let me just finish off by flooding everyone. Yeah, there was definitely promise here. Could just do with a bit of refinement, I feel. Now, Switch Glitch by Silas the Dev. Can't go full screen, and it looks like the bottom is cut off a bit at the bottom. Controls WASD and space in the README. None of them are doing anything. Let me check and make sure it's not my recording program. Okay, it definitely wasn't the screen capture. Because it was behaving exactly the same. But then this happened last time as well. I don't actually know what I've done. Did I click on a number? Because I was clicking on numbers before and that didn't seem to work. And why do I... It's annoying that I have to click on a number when the entire game is WASD. Did he just kill himself? Did he just kill himself? Am I allowed on the pink? Where am I aiming for? Okay, I'm pretty sure I can't get over that. Ooh. Right. Can I go back? Oh. Well, I got to the boss by pushing E a few times. I don't know if you're meant to leave that in the game. If I start at level 1, I might know what's going on. Because I don't understand quite the colour swap thing. It didn't seem to change those colours all too much. Go back. I want to just do level 1, thank you. Alright, we'll try level 1 for you. If I know how to select it. Where do I click? Do I push 1? No. Level 1. Level 1. Maybe I'll push E, next level. No. Sorry, I can't rate what I can't start and play appropriately. Server reset by Mikey Bikey, Aaron Barron, Naki Slocker. Whoops. Okay. So turn it on. Turn off the server. Movement, WAS, and Win staff, right mouse button. Did you know that your tutorial was being covered by trees? I thought that would have been a very obvious hammer left mouse button. I'm having deja vu. Something very similar last game jam involving a hammer. Away with you. Just come at me. Oh, can't read it. Here we go. Shield upgrade. Oh. Are you bad guys? Turning off server. I think I did it. Turn on the server. Oh, yeah, again. Away with you. Okay. So blow everyone away until I'm in a position that you're welcome. That's right, the almighty fire extinguisher. Oh, I see. I think they're doing it. So I gotta protect it. Well, if they're just gonna go for the server, I'll smack them. shield upgrade just stays there. Away with you. Away with you. Oh, now I need the fire extinguisher. Wow. This went crazy very quickly. Go back to your home. Leave the room. Alright. How? Just go out the top. I like that you put effort into some sort of level transition. Mace shift. Yeah, I swear this is like the hammer, the mace was definitely in last jam. I don't know if it was you guys or not, but it was a very similar gameplay. Lots of quick moving guys. Right, so I guess the minimap helps. There must be a server here. Spin away, everyone. Away with you. Ooh. Okay, I like that there's a lot of variety of enemies all of a sudden. I'm not sure what... Oh, I guess the guys with the little red bits are doing the... Take that. I don't know if I need to put the fires out or not. I don't know if I've ever been hurt yet. I think I might have lost the shield. Oh. Super hammer. Thank goodness I'm getting these upgrades because there's a lot of guys. Come hurt me. Oh yeah, I do get hurt. I'm going to win. Excellent. Out I go. One more to go. Oh wow. Alright, doesn't seem like I boost in the direction of my arrow. Not sure if that's good or bad. I prefer to probably boost in the direction that I'm trying to run. Super mace, I forgot to activate that. I think that's... I think the UFO is the boss guy. This is stupid but fun. I like I like how many guys there are and just how crazy it gets. However, your link to the theme is very weak. Yes, we're turning off the server and then on the server, but I'd only really pay points for theme inclusion if it's tied to probably the mechanics more than just a very weak storyline beat. Yeah, it was good that it had a full, complete story. Am I rich? Oh, auto close. Could have been a little tighter with the controls. The dash in the direction of the mouse instead of the way I was trying to move seemed counterintuitive. You were very, very generous for how much damage I was doing. I think only apart from losing the shield once or twice, I only took damage once, as far as I know, and that's when I stood still on purpose. So the difficulty might have been a bit on the low side. I like the craziness of how many enemies there were, but yeah, if they don't do anything, then what's the point? And yeah, the theme inclusion was a bit weak, but still, it was simple and fun. I like the variety of the weapons. I think they could have been more of a power-up or path option rather than just I seem to pick them up and just always have them. So if I miss them, would have that made level 3 impossible or just really hard? Yeah, like a game like this which had a variety of weapon types could be quite fun. Now we have ... by Misu and Yal. Okay, WASD, mouse. Let's go through the darkness. Alright, no idea what killed me there. Alright. So the lights are holding back some sort of darkness. Is that a darkness thing there? Nice little effects for the lights and the dying. Suitably spooky sounds. Is that... Does it come and go? I can't quite... Oh, right, it's a thing to talk to. Alright. I was not expecting that the thing killing me looks exactly the same as the thing that I'm meant to be avoiding, talking to. They're just puffs of black smoke. Do I click on him? Oh no, he says nothing. Oh my goodness. Try again. Alright, my goodness, trying to time those jumps. It's coming. Go. I just... I don't think it's your platformer. I think it's me. Alright, try one more time. Get past this dude. Oh. Alright, just getting a feel for how much acceleration there is while doing this platforming. I definitely need a bit of a run up for some of these jumps. Okay, I'll try and run as he's getting out of the way. Alright, now obviously I'm not very good at platforming, but I still feel like the core premise of trying to jump to hit this light before this darkness thing gets me, it is so fast. It's not at a difficulty that I'm enjoying. Okay, now I'm going to jump as he's coming towards, hoping that he'll be gone by the time I get there. How precise do I need to be? Okay, that time I don't think I even got hit. Okay, I don't know what was going to happen later, but I couldn't obviously get past these very fast things. I don't play games like Cuphead because I can't stand the idea of difficult platforming. I don't mind puzzle platforming, but just outright precise movements aren't my thing. So I would struggle to probably get very far in your game. The sounds were amazing. Graphics a little disjointed, like that character with his white silhouette outline really juxtaposed against the bleak, dreary, spooky backdrop and enemies. The character certainly could have been toned down and just used the light source to illuminate what needs to be required. But the sounds were amazing, so yeah, definitely a good idea bringing Yal on for those. They were perfect. Theme inclusion, yeah, things were, I mean, I was turning the lights on, they turned themselves off again. I didn't really have to turn them on again. So the kind of theme, but not the strongest, because nothing was being turned off to be turned on. Now we have Rebot by Heymain Mark. Okay, quick read of instructions. Okay, WASD-C, and I can't quite read that one, H, to temporarily disable the drones. Or X maybe. Font's a little weird to make out. Character has a very slow deceleration. Oh, I thought those drains would come out sooner. Alright, so that's on a charge. How do I exit? Oh, come on. Oh, wait. Oh, it's a time-based thing. Okay. Okay, so nothing happens until I start. Let's do this, do this. Oh no. How quick do I have to be? Am I doing this wrong? I always seem to have to go back. Do they turn themselves off, or am I just not hitting them twice? Whoop, that's hidden. Okay. I see, so I gotta turn it off and then on again. Is that right? Or do I have to turn them all off and then all on? Oh, okay, they're getting much faster. No, I gotta turn them all off and then all on again. I guess a kind of Pac-Man-esque nature to it. So will I always have a blaster to disable? If so, I just need to be sufficiently far away when they come back alive to stop the bad guys. Oh, are they the ones turning them on and off? Oh, I thought it was on a timer system. So what makes them decide whether they're coming for me or... I'll just make sure I keep disabling them. Which one have I missed? I thought they were all off. Okay, let's get this last. Come to me. Alright, let's try and turn them all on again. I'm a little confused about who's controlling when the switches stay on and when the switches come off. Okay. I think I'd prefer more precise movement with the character. I don't know if your slow deceleration was meant to be something to overcome or take into consideration. And I was overshooting a lot of things. I'd like to see how the game played without much deceleration, just very precise movement, no acceleration or deceleration of the character. I kind of like the idea of Pac-Man, but with challenges, like turning switches on and off. I didn't quite pick up how the switches were being toggled, whether it was the characters, the enemies doing it or not. Whether they were purposely going for the switches, or whether just if they collided along the way to coming straight to me was when they were being activated. So I'd have to strategize where they were, maybe. I didn't quite work that out. The music is fine, certainly fits the sort of digital robot-y type theme. Not much in the way of other sound effects though. And apart from this error at the end, it seems like a fairly complete entry, so well done. Now Lights Out by Tiny Games Lab. Ooh. I pushed a button that looked like a gamepad. It seemed to open a window on my other screen, which is just completely blank. Did not activate a gamespad, and now the screen is broken. Oh, okay. No, it just opened a website where I can download it. So not gamepad enabled. Try that again. I'm guessing I'll just play here. Hello, welcome to Blocky Island. We're having an electrical problem. Too bad you only learned to be a plumber. From that Italian cousin. Cousin of yours? Did you mean cousin? Cousin of yours. Press space to toggle the lights. You can use the arrow keys to move and jump. Whoops. But since this is not your specialty, you cannot move when maintaining lights on. Oh, we also lost the princess somewhere. Look for her in the chests you see around. Maybe she's hiding in one of them. Jump, 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 jump. Right. So now that I've stuffed it, how do I repeat the level? Escape, I guess. A rewind feature or quick replay feature would have been good. So I'm going to have to use these blocks, aren't I? Oh, a bit further. Watch out for these holes on the ground. You could die there. Wonder what happens if you die. Let's find out. You die when you die. these things more than just platforms in the air? Nope. Ooh, how'd I do that? Oh, I've double jump. What point did you say there was a double jump? You know, that plumber cousin doesn't have a double jump. This is a weird skill to have picked up. Save me! Probably don't need the "you died" screen. Just get me back into the action quickly. You know, games like Super Meat Boy, games where you've got small rooms, you die often, instant restart. The "you died" screen would get annoying if I had to watch it 30 times on a difficult level. Unlike other games I've played where you basically have to turn the lights off to move, I like that this is a single screen where nothing moves around. I forget the previous entry's name, but you were constantly turning the lights on and off before you could move as well, but you quickly lost track of where you were moving because the screen was moving with you. This one I can sort of use my mind's eye even when the lights are off to guess where the platform is, which makes it certainly more pleasing. Be careful, those spikes hurt, and be alert of these mushrooms. They are not as nice as the magic ones. I'm sure you can squish them. Let's have a go anyway. Okay, hold it there. It's nicely presented, simple idea, but it's probably worked the most effectively out of all of the games I've tried this jam with an on-off lights to see, then lights off to move type system. Sounds are a weird mixture. You have this, I don't know, there's a soothing background music which doesn't really tie into what I'm doing, jumping over spikes and risking my life falling down traps. And then the sound effects of the stomping on the enemies and the jumping is at a lower, I don't know what the term is, bitrate. Like it sounds like Super Nintendo sound effects with more modern capability background music. So there's a bit of a disjoint there. But the gameplay was pretty fun overall. I did like it. Now Reflector Sector by Woodsmoke. If Norton lets me. Okay. Zero assistance. Okay. I'm guessing I'm controlling the white ball, which is bouncing, but it only bounces off white blocks. I love the little chink when it bounces. And he's been pretty effective at destroying these black balls. Okay, so I'm going to destroy all the black ones. I'm going to guess I don't want to hit the one with an eyeball. I can't do anything about that. Some nice ideas, but I have very little control. Even if I do get the choice of what to bounce off it, sometimes there is no good option. Come on, bounce. See, right now I've got no... Oh, there we go. Got off the purely vertical bounce. Okay, didn't expect to bounce off that way. Wonder if I can use that to my advantage. Ooh. Go. Oh, thought he'd... Ooh, destroyed myself somehow that time. Didn't like it. Alright, yeah, I understand the idea, even if I kind of get past level 2. I don't know if there'd be more enemy types or anything to deal with. I like creative jam entries, but this one hasn't paid off. Because there is so little way to control this ball, I'm left to the random chance that I'm in a good alignment. I might be able to choose to get a little bit closer to some of these black balls, but so many times I ran into that eyeball monster where I felt like I didn't have any other choice by the time I realised I was heading towards it from a couple of random quick bounces. I mean, I keep saying random, and I know they're not necessarily random, they might be pure physics bounces, but it just wasn't anyway. Maybe if I had some way to like swing the ball around, maybe if I had a little like drag coefficient or air resistance, that meant I could almost do like a swing bowl, just to give me a little bit of control, so I was doing more than just turning on and off, even though that's the theme. The graphics were suitable, you know, you were consistent. Sounds were fine as well. But yeah, I didn't have a lot of fun with this particular attempt at gameplay. How We Find Home by Lieutenant Farfetch'd and Daniel Doherty Music. Okay, this seems to have worked. What is this? Where am I? Am I dead? I thought it might be colder. Warmer in death than in life? Well, it sure as hell is warm. Maybe this is what I needed? Life was never good to me. Maybe I have a home in death. I feel like I'm floating. No. More like flying. What's happening to me? Oh, okay, up did something. Hold up. Is that the only button? Okay. So is this one of those games where... Oh look, no, something's happening. Was I killed as a bird? Am I doing some sort of Buddhist reincarnation thing? I guess so. Not sure what killed me as a bird. Maybe you forced it. Now we're a frog. Hopefully we find something good. Don't think I have any control over this stage. Certainly the up button isn't doing anything. I should have been a tree. Yeah, okay. I felt it had more to say story-wise than gameplay-wise, which I'm sorry to say is a turn-off for me. I like games for the interactivity, usually a lot more than any story behind them. For what it's worth, the game was functional, no bugs, got through from start to end. Got its point across. I found the text a little slow when it was coming through, but again, that's probably just me not really enjoying story beats all that much. So I guess I hope this character now enjoys his life as a tree. Perhaps I don't know if the font could have been a bit softer, considering it was meant to be some sort of thoughts from an afterlife. This purely very harsh pixel font maybe is a bit of a disjoint. But overall, the graphics all were really well. Like if you made these, yeah, it says art by Lieutenant Farfetch'd. So yeah, good stuff on the sprites. I did quite like them. Alright, now, Once Upon in Albemarle. In truth, this will be a repeat recording. The last recording failed, but I'll try and give my same initial thoughts so you get a sense of how the game was played. Mum, is that you? Dad? I tried WASD and the mouse, and they both seem to do things. Clicking around here, nothing happened, but the cursor changes near the door, so I guess I can interact. No, not again. I hate you. There's a light switch here. Oh. The room's changed. It got really dark. The room's gotten a little bigger as well, I think. I think I'm in the cupboard. Maybe a hiding spot if something pops out. I'm a little spooked. The aesthetic and the sounds are definitely spooky. Not sure what I'm meant to be doing though, if I'm doing it right. Just going left to right. Turning lights on and off. I think I'm going through the same rooms now. Can't find anything to do. Not sure if this is a finished product or not. That looks kind of new, but can't interact with it. It's too far, can't reach that clock. I wonder if I'm meant to be in the dark. Still too far. Here we go. Looks like some kind of music box, but it's missing a figurine. Might need to find one. I wonder if the rooms repeat each other for a while. Ah, okay, flashlight. I did actually find the flashlight in my first playthrough. It told me it won't let me with the flashlight on, so I found F would actually turn the flashlight on and off. Oh, didn't see that in the first playthrough. Mouse down, there's some sort of inventory maybe, you can pick things up. Alright, this is where things went bad last time. I touched the car and the thing came for me. I'll try it again. Okay, that's where I'll stop. That's how I finished my first playthrough too. It's the aesthetics, the sprites, the audio all tie in really well to producing a fairly spooky atmosphere, considering a 2D sprite-based game. It was pretty spooky. It seems sort of like almost a puzzle to solve, but I wasn't sure about if I was meant to be flicking the lights a lot or just flick them on and off once and keep going, and eventually I'd run into every item I needed. It seems like there'd probably be some story there, but I won't play the whole thing. I don't have time. Tying into the theme, turn it on and off again, clearly, you know, it was tied in nicely, so it looks like a well polished and complete entry as far as I can tell, so good job. Okay, now we have Dusk by Dallas, Riley, and Riley O'Neill. Oh, mouse controls the light. Mouse no longer controls the light. WASD, nothing. Arrows. Flying reduces the light. Okay, shouldn't have had the menu using mouse if you're going to make me keyboard the rest of the way. So I wonder if that frog's going to get me. Yes, he will. He looked pretty happy. So I can have a bigger light if I land. So it's about solving puzzles. I think I got firelights or fireflies following me now. So another game where it's almost like there's a light to see mode and a no light while you move mode. Not as extreme. I can get a light just by landing anywhere. But I really have to land periodically just to make sure there's no more future frogs. Okay, get the flies to the end and win. No more evil frogs in this zone. The colour palette is quite nice with a mostly black and orange offset against the paler tones in the background. Would the game know if I didn't have all the fireflies? Shall I miss one? Let's miss one of the later ones. That's a thing. What is that thing? Are you purposely coming for me? Oh, you are. So, how to dodge a thing that chases when it seems to be faster than me? What can I do? Just keep moving? Or is it following a set pattern? I just got unlucky. Oh, did it? Okay, some interesting ideas. I already mentioned I do like the overall art design and graphics. I was only challenged twice. I guess that was by the frog and by those centipede looking guys. I felt I was lucky with the centipedes more than making tactful decisions. They're so fast that you can't dodge them if they're coming for you, but they don't have any predictive movement either. In a game like this, I'd prefer if the enemies were predictable, had some patterns to their movement, or would come after me but were slower than me. These guys were faster, their movement was unpredictable. There's nothing I could do to make sure really I was avoiding them other than making sure I was on the far side of the screen, and just hoping they weren't going to navigate straight towards me. It was very short, but obviously jam time usually dictates that. What was there was very well polished and a good entry overall. Now we have Robros by Beauty Elf. I don't know why my capture software allows some games full screen and not others. Warning, Spike Maggot Dogs have spawned in our facility. All personnel must teleport to safe location. You control two robots, Shuto and Electro, and you must guide them out of the facility by using teleporter on the level. You can only control one robot at a time, and Shuto has limited energy, so Electro must recharge him. They also have shared hit points, so be careful. I'm guessing, it doesn't say, but I'm guessing Shuto can shoot? Because you've said Shuto has limited energy. But, limited energy to do what? Okay, WASD, space, dash, left mouse shoot, tab, or right mouse change robot. Recharge Shuto's energy by shooting laser at it. Oh hey, these guys look pretty cool. Recharge, son. Be strong. Oh dear. Okay, let's try again. Ooh, random generation. So I might have just got unlucky at first. Oh good, I thought he... Oh, I don't like... Well, so far I'm not enjoying that my energy runs out just by existing. I can understand the shooting, but... to, you know, be losing energy just by standing around. I'd like to see what the effect would be. I'm guessing Shuto got shot. What I am liking is the shooting and the effects of hitting these enemies. Reminds me a lot of Nuclear Throne, which has similar elements. It's procedurally generated environment, and you're taking out a set number of enemies. I do really like that you are automatically swapping the robots when I do run out of energy and I'm not focusing. Oh, seems a little unfair to spawn enemies on me at the start of the game. I guess the theme inclusion is the needing to recharge. But you know what? That's by far the worst part of the game. I wish I wasn't recharging Shuto. I wish that this Shuto guy just was picking up weapons and blowing up bugs, to be honest. You know, it's good to get creative in these jams, otherwise we'd always be playing the same games day in, day out. Not to say that maybe like the two robot idea can't work some other way, but just having one guy hiding in a corner and then hopefully taking out a few bugs quick enough before you run out of energy. Like, how good are they at finding me? Not very good. So if I did just want to just keep hiding around the corner, I might be alright. But then, like, this part is not fun. So go out, kill some, not run out of energy too quick. I can probably win by just war of attrition eventually. But I'd rather do it because of constant skill. Maybe if the recharging bot was following me instead of me having to manually swap. And I don't know, I have to stand still to recharge, perhaps? Oops, oh no. so I wouldn't have to keep ducking and hiding away. You know, I can kill a few bugs and then just stand here for 3 seconds, recharge. You know what, I don't know if I'm actually making any progress. Is there something I have to do to stop the bugs coming? Ah! They just seem to keep coming. Keep coming. So yeah, I don't know if there was an end or not. If I was meant to kill off a spawn point. If so, that would have been very hard. Oh look, one more try. I'm going to try and... but you gotta control them separately, so... Oh yeah. I don't think I can run anywhere quick enough. Do I just have to like... Oh, get away. Get away from me. Okay. So I just got to get there and stay there. Yeah, look, 2-player something, but trying to get both of those guys to like be quickly moving together was not the strongest part of the game. I know you were probably doing it for the theme, but I don't think it's worked out in making a better overall game with this particular mechanic. That said, I love the sounds, love the graphic, loved how precise the movement and the shooting and the camera movement was smooth. All of that was great.